Hello guys, my name is Artina Simbolon. I am from class 4.1 English department. So now I will telling about job interview. A. Basic interview question.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Artina Simbolon. I just graduated from college majoring in English education. I am able to work individually and in team. I also always solve challenges well and be responsible. Learn from my experience as a tourism representative. I believe I can be part of a team to work together.
What are your strengths?
I have a passion at work. I can work in a team. I am a hard worker and I am a punctual person.
What are your weaknesses?
I tend to be a perfectionist, so it is sometimes difficult for me to let the project slip from my hands until it is completely finished.
Why do you want this job?
In my work, I am sure of one thing, and that is I want to build a design job in my current domain. My current job has shown me the path to progress and achieve what has been my long-term career goal.
Where would you like to be in your career 5 years from now?
In 5 years, one of my future goals is to lead the third team. I want to develop skills, explore fashion, and focus on the career that I am passionate about.
What's your ideal company?
My ideal company is somewhere that offers the opportunity to learn, grow, and build upon current skill in an environment where my input is valued, ideas acknowledged, and I will think a place where I can collaborate actively with those around me to achieve a mutual goal.
What attracted you to this company?
Your company is planning to expand into overseas markets. With my experience in marketing as well as good English skill, I believe this skill will be a huge and advantage for the company.
Why should we hire you?
Because I have the ability to speak English very well and I have a strong passion for this field.
What can you do for us that other candidates can?
I have interesting ideas. I'm creative and I can solve problems.
What were the responsibilities of your last position or your previous job?
As a tour guide, I'm tasked with recommending interesting tourist attractions to tourists, accompanying, guiding, and providing information.
Why are you leaving your prison?
Because I want to work in a place where I want to develop my talents and I want to get better opportunities and careers that the previous company.
What do you know about your company?
I deeply respect your company commitment to continuous growth. I think growth and innovation are key in any industry, but especially in technology, and this organization constantly exceeds the conflict boundaries. I try to find problems in new and creative ways, which is why I think I will be an asset to them.
Are you willing to relocate?
Yes, this is a big opportunity for me, and in this position is very suitably for my experience. I really like to work in this area, but I would consider relocating under creating condition. B. Behavior interview question.
What was the last project you led and what was its outcome?
My biggest project was when I was a tour reader at one of the local agencies. I was part of a small team redesigning the set in line with the hope of attracting new clients. To keep the team motivated, I always adjust them in a way that makes them feel. As a result, our team was able to complete the tour according to schedule, and with the help of the marketing team, we were able to see a slight improvement in as little as 2 weeks. We also managed to get
Give me an example of a time that you felt you went above and beyond the call of duty at work.
When I was at the touring company, we had company-wide layoffs, which affected our department a lot. The team, consisting of the remaining 5 people, must accept a segment from the 2 people who have been laid off. As a result, people overworked and morally degenerate. More mistakes were made because the training was so structured. As manager, it is my job to get performance back on track.
Can you describe a time when your work was criticized?
I will listen to criticize that is truly objective and constructive for self-defeating criticism. I try to listen to it.
Have you ever been on a team where someone was not pulling their own weight? How did you handle it?
Currently, having worked on the team quite often in my previous position, it was inevitable that this situation would arise. What I do is by understanding why he can finish his part, I will try to brainstorm, take the time to understand the situation for our project. In the end, all of us were able to complete our work on time and the project was completely successful.
Tell me about a time when you had to give someone difficult feedback. How did you handle it?
As a leader, you need to be aware for your tone, body language, and the choice of words you ask. As a leader, be firm, assertive does not mean urgent and aggressive and friendly to your subordinates. Don't overdo it and get angry when giving me feedback. I deal with it by being objective and unemotional, giving feedback based on behavior, not the person or team, giving balanced feedback and affirming the positive behavior you want.
What is your greatest failure and what did you learn from it?
Failure to plan a business because of haste and without in-depth analysis. Failure to establish relationship and socialization because of the importance of ego and emotions at time. But this is a valuable experience and hopefully it won't happen again in the future. My failure really made me once back and learn even better.
How do you handle working with people who annoy you?
The first thing I do, respect them more. I will overcome who are selfish and always want to will by themselves by sincerely appreciating their strengths. I ask and access what I can do better to energy, punctuality, and then listen to understand how to help them so the problem doesn't happen again.
If I were your supervisor and asked you to do something that you disagree with, what would you do?
We'll do various things by the way the most because the supervisor has a different view of the situation. If this is a security problem or other big problems, I will not until I am sure that what I do will not endanger our overall project.
What was the most difficult period in your life and how did you deal with it?
One of the hardest periods of my life was when I had to switch my entire company to a new debt plan. I know that there are two possible outcomes, one good and the other very negative. I have time to map out the perfect plan. Fortunately, my team is very reliable and we get the job done.
Give me an example of a time you did something wrong. How did you handle it?
One of the things I have done, don't spend enough time on to. You have to do the mistake that you do, but to yourself and to the people affected by that mistake, then apologies. Make sure that the apologies you say are sincere from the bottom of your heart, responsible for any impact the result from your mistake. Learn from this mistake and learn from them.
Tell me about a time where you had to deal with conflict on the job.
I will try to think clearly and find the root of the problem so that I can be resolved properly. After getting a solution, I will run the solution properly. I will also seek preventive action so that the problem does not come back.
If you were at a business lunch and you ordered a red stick and text broke it to you well done, what would you do?
If that happened to me during a lunch meeting, I would sure be that upset. However, I would want to bring the mistake to the attention of the waiter so that he or she could better themselves. I remember when I was young and made mistake, and the only way I improved was by being shown those mistakes.
If you found out your company was doing something against the law, like fraud, what would you do?
Following the rules and regulations of the country I live behind is part of my religious belief, so and I will not support it.
What assignment was too difficult for you and how did you resolve the issue?
The most difficult obstacle from my previous job was that there were no clear rules regarding the working hours in my old office, so I can work until midnight when clients call.
What's the most difficult decision you've made in the last 2 years and how did you come to that decision?
The hardest decision when I wanted to resign from the company because with the acceptance of a fraud case I will be caught of a fraud case I will be caught in the case.
Describe how you would handle a situation if you were required to finish multiple tests by the end of the day and there were no conceivable way that you could finish them.
First, we apologize to our supervision for this and give propositions why we can solve it. C. Salary question.
What salary are you seeking?
Before I offer my salary, can you explain my responsibilities in the position? I am flexible and open to any discussion in accordance with my reach and experience. I am open to discussion. I don't have a specific amount of salary. This depends on several factors that we have not discussed. What facilities will I receive? What is the approximate standard salary for the position?
What's your salary history?
My starting salary was 4,500,000. Over the years, I have taken on more and more responsibilities, including my own team and running project. This is the kind of responsibility that I know you hope your ideal candidate can take on. Because of this decrease in responsibility, my final salary was 5,500,000.
If I were to give you the salary you request, but let you write your job description for the next year, what would you it say?
I'm very happy and grateful that my salary request is fulfilled and I will design my best performance while joining company. I believe my skill will be useful for this position. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.